What is up, fellow nerds, and welcome back to the Dapper Snapper Gaming channel, and welcome back to Wi-Fi Wednesday. That's right, another week, another team, another battle, and hopefully another win. Now this week, we have gone full meme, as we do around here. Letting us decide, very kind of you. We're just gonna choose our normal rules like we always do. But so, yeah, this week we're going full meme because we have had some viewer suggestions, and so I took some of our suggestions and put them into a team. Now, I did not fulfill the full range of the viewer suggestion of one of the viewer suggestions, but I will fix it in a future battle. Just for this battle, I felt like this set worked a little bit better. But we've got what looks like a totally normal team, right? This team looks totally normal, but it's got some memes to hide. So I'm gonna let you guys find out what they are. I'm sure it's already in the title and thumbnail, but okay, so my opponent brings one mon that's banned, but then 4 mons that are pretty low tier, so it'll be okay. We've got to figure out a way to deal with the Cinderace though, but Dracozolt may be our way of doing that. This team is based on gravity. So our Starmie and our Magnezone actually both carry gravity. So that allows us to actually increase the accuracy of our moves. And so Starmie has a bunch of really inaccurate moves. It is the exact set that was suggested in the comments. And we have a Dracozolt, which is just famous for having really bad accuracy. So do we lead Magnezone here or do we lead Mandibuzz? I like Magnus, or do we lead Darm? What threatens Darm? Not really much of anything, honestly. Darmanitan looks pretty scary in this match, if I'm being honest. But yeah, so the gravity is really cool because it really helps out the Dracozolt, so it makes sure that you don't miss your Bolt Beaks. We're also running Dragon Rush on here, which is a really inaccurate move, but it's really good power. It's basically the strongest Dragon type move we can use that doesn't lock us into Outrage. So that's the big plus about it. So yeah, and of course we get the Hustle boost as well, which is exactly what makes our accuracy so bad. So, okay, so this lead isn't the worst. This could be like Fake Out or anything else. If anything's taking a Fake Out, I guess this is fine, but I'm gonna click U-turn here. All right, so yeah, we are faster and there's no Fake Out. That did a lot of damage. Should it be doing that much damage? We are banded, but like, that's a lot of damage. Yeah, U-turn 41 to 48. My goodness, that's a lot of damage. I will take it. Flare Blitz would have just O-code it right there, but you know, it's fine. It's fine. So let's see here though. What do we want to go into on this? We probably see a fighting type move, right? So we could go Starmie, but Starmie isn't exactly known for its bulk. Mandibuzz is kind of our middle ground play. It's a very bulky Mandibuzz. Low sweep? All right, that's fine. Yeah, that's gonna do 0. Does lower our speed, but you know, we don't really care about that. I'm gonna click U-turn here. Blaze Kick. Oh, okay. That's also doing 0. That's fine. Boop. And so this gives us an opportunity to go into our Starmie and basically threaten it out. We actually don't carry a Psychic type move on this set because this is the viewer suggestion, so it did not have a Psychic type move. This is the set. It's Hydro Pump, Blizzard, Zap Cannon, Gravity. Now I did choose to run Specs over Life Orb on this set, or Expert Belt, which I'm kind of regretting, but Specs is kind of nuts on this thing. I'm gonna be honest with you. So do we set the Gravity expecting a switch out, or do we just knock this thing out with Hydro Pump? Although, where is your Hydro Pump resistance? I don't really see it. Let's just risk it and go for the Specs Hydro Pump. All right, we do see the withdraw, so Gravity could have been free there into the Boltund. I don't know if you take this. This is Specs. This is gonna hurt. Yeah, no. Yeah, so Gravity would have been the wrong play there. I will take it. That's the power of Specs Starmie. Now, would that have killed otherwise is the question. What does that thing called? Boltund? if we weren't specs there, no, the specs absolutely made that difference there. So that's unfortunate. That's very unfortunate. I don't want to stay in on this. I'm gonna go back into Mandibuzz. Mandibuzz seems to cover a lot of what my opponent has, which is really, really nice. But then again, Mandibuzz is just, you know, a fantastic mon. Payback. So that seems to suggest a focus sash. If you're gonna come in on something like that and then click payback. So maybe, yeah, that's what. So he's sash for sure. So that's good to know. And into Corviknight, that's a good switch. That's a good switch. But we're gonna go ahead and roost up back to full, which will be nice for keeping this around in the future. And I think we can just go ahead and U-turn into the Darmanitan. This also helps us to scout for the Rocky Helmet. It may also be like bulk up or iron defense, which could end up being a small problem. So are you Rocky Helmet? No. So maybe lefties? Okay. Good to know, good to know. We don't have gravity up, but yeah, Magnezone is pretty free here outside of body press. So is that what you go for? Steel Wing, okay. That's not too bad. Normally I would recommend Iron Head, but I'm gonna click gravity here. This is a pretty free gravity. So yeah, and the one thing that I really like about gravity as far as seeing a Corviknight goes is that Corviknight now would be on the ground, and so Earthquake hits it, and so that's something really, really nice, is that you can deal with that now with a ground type. So that's one reason Excadrill was on an earlier version of this team, and so was Clefable, but Excadrill was there actually to take on the Corviknight in gravity, which was pretty cool. So goes into this. Again, we could go Mandibuzz. Darm also probably takes a hit pretty well, but he'd have to take 2, which I'm not really a fan of. I kind of like Dracozolt here, actually. I mean, if he's just going to click Pyro Ball... The thing is, technically, if he's just going to click Pyro Ball, then, you know, I could just click T-Bolt there. Double kick. Okay. Not high jump kick, I see. I see. Tell me why I don't click Bolt Beak right now. Yeah, I don't see the reason. I don't see a reason not to click Bolt Beak. All right, you're leaving. Goodbye. Into this, that's not a good decision. Expecting Earthquake, maybe? Goodbye. That's not a switch in. That is absolutely not a switch in. Now, if I had clicked Earthquake... Well, if I'd clicked Earthquake, it would have died too, because gravity. So, yeah, strats. It's all working out. Rapidash. I'm just gonna stay in. You know what? I'm staying in. It's fine. Let's get it. Bye. This is just ridiculous. This thing's ridiculous. And that's why I love having gravity around, because I don't have to worry about missing with hustle. It just negates the hustle, so it's fantastic. You go into this, which I'm assuming is Sash. Do I do anything about it? Nah, let's just hit it anyway. We're gonna find out if it's sashed here. Is it? Nope, it wasn't sashed. That was Rocky Helmet, okay. I definitely expected that to be Sash, but it's fine. It's totally fine. Yeah, Dracozolt kind of goes in gravity. It's super nice. And now I'm back into Cinderace. Ah, we're risking it for the biscuit. Let's go. We're risking it. It's the most accurate move I've got. So, 80%. Let's go. We hit it. I don't think you live this. Goodbye. Yeah, Scarf Dracozolt's kind of nuts. It's kind of insane. Which, obviously, my opponent wasn't using, like, top of the line moves, you know, like double kick, not the best. But, like, yeah, you just got 6-0'd by a Dracozolt. It's kind of awful. And we hit them all. Let's go. All right. So that's just kind of a taste of what this team can do. But since we just swept through, obviously we're going to get a game 2. So yeah, stick around. We'll have a game number 2. All right, match number 2, and we've got a pretty awesome looking team. I do have to say, Sableye, Sawk, and Golisopod, Dragalge. Dragalge is one of my favorite mons right now, honestly. I think it's a really awesome pick. It's really good in VGC, actually, although it's probably going to drop off a little bit because it was a big counter to things like Rillaboom and Togekiss and that sort of thing. But it's really cool to see it in singles. Sableye is a sleeper threat, honestly, because it has like Prankster Will-O-Wisp, which can be an issue. The problem with my opponent's team is that they're rather slow. So, I mean, if I can get Gravity set up, Dracozolt kind of goes nuts with Boltbeak. Boltbeak 2-hit KOs everything on this team, if not OHKOs it. So, Dracozolt's a big threat, again, just like in game number 1. So, kind of nuts. But we're gonna see what we can do here. Now I have obviously, now this is not the second game I've played. This is just the second game I'm showing off. I'll show off a few of the other games that I got in between here in a Fail Friday this week. So I hope you guys are looking forward to that, because I always think those are a lot of fun, watching people just get bodied when they bring like Ubers and that sort of thing, which is exactly what happened. So Sableye, let's say you're physically defensive, just for worst case scenario. Flare Blitz OHKOs, I'm clicking that. Typically these things carry Will-O-Wisp over the T-Wave, so yeah, went for an attacking move. This should not survive. And it's gone. Okay, that's great. Rocky Helmet, that item makes sense to me, but yeah, the big thing, oh, the recoil is kind of nuts. But the thing about Banded Darmanitan is ridiculous. Like, it's so busted. It hits like a truck. I love it. I absolutely love it. So yeah, taking out the Sableye first turn is great, because I don't want to deal with Will-O-Wisp, especially, you know, if I bring in the Dracozolt at the end of the game for a sweep and then my opponent starts just Will-O-Wisps it. That's really bad. Goes into Dragalge. That's definitely pretty sure that can take a Flare Blitz. Yeah, it can take a Flare Blitz, not well, but it can take it, and I don't want to sack this. So we're going to switch. I think we go into Mag here pretty safely. Now it could click Flip Turn, which Flip Turn would be a good move. Definitely would be a respectable play. Has Scald instead. Okay. Scald is fine. I mean, burns us. That works out for my opponent. It doesn't really, you know, it's not that big of a deal for us, just because of, you know, obviously we're a special attacker, so the burn isn't that bad, but we're gonna go ahead and click Gravity here. I think, okay, stayed in. All right, what do you go for now? Go ahead and set in T-Spikes. Okay, all right. I mean, we're free to just Volt Switch for damage here and go into Mandibuzz. I can stall here and then set up Gravity again later. So I'm not in a huge hurry to go ahead and sweep right now. I don't want to get too hasty, because if I get poisoned and then end up dying. Oh, okay, switches. Okay, that's fine. Into Sock. Okay, I think I still go Mandibuzz here, right? And this will break your Sturdy. Or it'll just take you down to Sturdy because of Analytic. That's kind of nuts. Yeah, we are Analytic rather than Sturdy, which is ridiculous. Which works out better in this situation, getting burned, seeing how we can't sit at full HP at all. But we'll go into Mandibuzz here. Our boots will protect us from all of the things. And, I mean, we could just knock this out, but I don't want my team getting poisoned. So, do you save Sock? No. Stone Edge? We should survive one. Yeah, we survive. We can take two, actually. Sweet. All right. So this is fine, actually, because we're gonna come out ahead on this. Now, because of the gravity, he's not gonna miss his Stone Edges. We don't get that to rely on here. Now, How many times have you heard somebody say that they need to stall out their own gravity? I'm clicking roost. Switches out. Perfect. U-turn, I almost went for U-turn, but I don't want Mandibuzz getting that low on HP. It's just too good of a pivot. It's just so good. So yeah, we go ahead and get that going, which is fantastic. We get back up to full. All of our hazards are gone. We go back into Magnezone. It's fine. Now, unless this thing may carry Flamethrower, but I don't think it clicks it on this turn. I think this is the turn that you click Moonblast or Wish, one of the two. So that's one thing to think about, is that this thing could Wish the Sock back up. So, you know, Sock's not necessarily down and out just yet. Yep, there's the Moonblast. That's fine. That's totally fine. Does a little bit, just a little bit. And we take our burn damage. We should have one more turn of gravity. No more turns of gravity. I'm clicking it again. This should be okay. You should be forced out on this because, you know, Flash Cannon is a thing that I don't think you want to take. But yeah, I'm clicking gravity again. I just need to get in Dracozolt here. That's kind of my biggest thing, because I don't think you have an immunity or really anything that's gonna take this well. Darmanitan kind of, you know, taking that kill turn 1 was huge. So I'll take that. Alright, so goes back into Dragalge here. Now I do want to see what the calc is on Dragalge from a Dracozolt. Dragon Rush is a guaranteed OHKO. Earthquake has a very good chance to OHKO, has a 93% chance to OHKO, so, you know, I like those odds. Which would be better against his team? Earthquake. By a mile, Earthquake. So, actually, I may just Volt Switch into that and go ahead and Earthquake. Yeah, so that damage right there goes ahead and guarantees the... Wait. Okay. Well... Oh my gosh, it took us out right into what we wanted to go into anyway. I'll take it. I will take... Oh gosh, he went for Scald. Do not burn me. Do not burn me. Do not burn me. Who can say where the road goes? Okay, so now we have to figure out something else. Because now we're burned. That makes things very difficult now, and I don't have any way to heal that. Problem is, so Dragon Rush has a chance to kill here, but all he has to do is just go into the, what's it called? Clefable. That really sucks. That really sucks a lot. Well, I'll click Dragon Rush here in case he stays in. He does. Okay. This should still KO. It doesn't. Oh my gosh. Yeah, and we're gonna die to Draco. Alright, well, what was our win condition got burned because of Scald, so that's how it goes sometimes. That is just how it goes sometimes. So we're gonna have to figure out a different way. We're gonna have to figure out another, whoop, not that. And for now, my solution is Weavile. I'm gonna try it out. Now, it's gonna click Scald here. Weavile, I need you to not get burned. Actually, you know what? I'm not messing around with this thing. I'm just gonna click knock off. It knocks this out if it stays in. Okay. I would set up on it, but if it burns me, I die. The Golisopod probably has First Impression or Aqua Jet, so if we're taken down to our Sash, then it doesn't really matter. So I think setting up here might be a little premature. Weavile might still be a win condition though if we can get a Swords Dance off. We'll see. And Starmie still isn't a bad option. Starmie still outspeeds all of his team. Gliscopod comes in, yeah. Gliscopod makes sense. So, I want to get out of here. I want to go Mandy. Probably clicks first impression here. I don't want to take that. So we're going to get out. Yep, there's first impression. But you can only do that once. And no more gravity. Alright, so... This has turned into a lot tougher match than what I thought it was going to be, because I really expected the Dracozolt to put in more work. I'm going to click foul play here. Does stay in. This should do a good chunk. There's like 40. Liquidation. How much does this do? Yeah, not near enough. Does lower our defense, though. That's not good. And it's lefties. That's not too shabby. I have to click Roost. I'm assuming you switch here, even with the defense drop. At least that's my guess. Yeah, we do see the withdraw, so I'm going to get Roosted back up to full. In comes Clefable. That makes a lot of sense. So now Gravity is there just to help the Starmie. Honestly, I need damage on this Clefable really badly. Hydro Pump does a lot of damage to Clefable. Starmie to a Clefable. Let's say you're the physically defensive set. Hydro Pump's a 2-hit KO, does 61 to 73. So, you know, if we can do some damage to this thing. I'm gonna click U-turn. Just a little bit of chip. A little tiny bit of chip. Goes a long way. Could go Mag here. But Mag's getting kind of low. Yeah, we'll go Mag. We're just getting so low on health. It's just not really... We're not really able to do a whole lot. Stealth Rocks. Okay, so good thing we kept Mandibuzz healthy. That'll be good later. So I can just click Gravity again if I want to. Or I could just click Volt Switch here. I kind of want to wait on the Gravity, to be honest. The problem is that if I wait, it's really hard to get Starmie to set up its own Gravity because we're Specs. That makes it a little bit more difficult. And I'm going to kind of need it for the Gliscopod in order to get a Zap Cannon off. Gliscopod's kind of the only issue right now, to be honest. Once we get rid of Gliscopod, we should be okay. So... Yeah, and even Gliscopod with first impression, that's one other thing we've got to think about. Because that can happen anytime. I'm going to click Volt Switch. Stays in and goes for knockoff. Wow. That's a gutsy play. And now you're in range. I don't know if that play is going to work out for you. I'm going to go raw Starmie here and just click Hydro Pump. I'm not going to bother... I'm not going to bother with Gravity right now. Because this thing's in range. So I need to just knock it out. Please. Get out of here. Alright. Although if it's specially defensive, it lives. It's not. Okay, perfect. It was physically defensive. I'll take it. Okay. Piece by piece, we're taking this. That burn was definitely huge. But we're working around it, and it's fine. Gliscopod definitely makes a lot of sense here. But we can go right back into Mandibuzz. That's why you just, you know, keep your Mandibuzz healthy, and you'll be fine. Like, it's just kind of free, you know? Because they click first impression, and then you can't click it again. Ow. You know, it hurts, but they can only do it the one time. And then we can just roost it off. So it's totally fine. I'm gonna click Roost here. He probably clicks Liquidation. And yeah, the only other form of priority this thing should have... Okay, it does carry Leech Life, so that's that hurt. Okay, so this Golisopod's actually a threat. Like, it's actually a big time threat. What do we do? What do we do about this Golisopod, to be honest? We could go Darm, but if this thing carries... If this thing ends up carrying the Aqua Jet, which that's double priority though. So we've seen Liquidation, Leech Life, First Impression. We don't know what the last move is. And so we're just gonna sack Magnezone here. Yeah, Liquidation again. I'm gonna go Darm. I just hope he does not have double priority. If he has double priority, we could be in trouble here. How much do each of these do? To a Golisopod. Flare Blitz actually has a chance to kill. It's a very small chance. I'm clicking it. If he goes Arcanine, that's a good play. He does carry the double priority. Oh, that's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. So what's our play here? So we have a couple of options here. We can go Weavile, click Knockoff for Chip so that we don't have to click like Zap Cannon. And then we can switch moves. Although, no, we're gonna have to click Zap Cannon either way, aren't we? Starmie. Yeah, Hydro does 41%. How much does Knockoff do? Yeah, Knockoff does 32 to 38. We're gonna have to hit a Zap Cannon to win. That's just where we're at. Which is really unfortunate. I'm gonna go Mandibuzz here. Click Roost. Yep, we get the Roost off, which is great. I need to get a Defog off so that Weavile can survive a turn. Liquidation is fine. Just don't get the defense drop. Doesn't get it. I'm clicking Defog. Alright, no rocks. I'm not dealing with that anymore. Another Liquidation. We Roost here. Being faster is definitely nice. I would like for... Well, I say I would like for this Golisopod to get out, but I also don't. Because as soon as it gets out, it can come back in First Impression. And First Impression is a free KO. The problem is that I'm faster. I have to sack my Mandibuzz here to get some damage off. Because with me being faster, my U-turn goes first, and so whatever I switch into takes a hit. Liquidation. Okay. So now you click Aqua Jet though. I've got to make this play. If I get this wrong, then I lose. Yeah, he had to click Aqua Jet there. Okay. Okay. So, I'm threatening Thunderbolt, even though it's Zap Cannon. If I were him, I would switch in Sock and sack it. But if he clicks Leech Life here, he wins. I've got to go for it. Switch out into Sock and sack it. That's what I would do. If I were him, thinking that I'm carrying Thunderbolt. He does, okay. Goes into Sock to sack it. Makes sense. That makes sense. Alright. we might have a chance here. We click gravity because we're carrying Zap Cannon. Now we sack Mandibuzz here. Mandibuzz did a very good job. Yeah, we sack Mandibuzz here. And then we go Weavile and Ice Shard. Although we may not get Starmie back in time. We may not get Starmie back in time. Alright, come on. Hurry up. Alright. This battle timer is awful. I don't think we're going to get to find out what would happen. We're not going to get to find out. Choose quickly. Ice Shard. Yeet. Okay. So then what do you go into? I assume you go into Arcanine. The thing is, though, you go into Arcanine. Okay, it goes back into Golisopod. So this is a knockoff. This is a free knockoff. Yep, goes for first impression. That's going to take us down to Sash. And then we get a knockoff. This also prevents leftovers. Okay, that gets him down to half. Oh no, emergency exit, we lose. We lose. Yeah, we lose. Emergency exit actually won him the game. Because this next turn, so yeah, emergency exit won him the game. Because, and I completely forgot that that was its ability. So what happens here is I click knockoff just to do damage. Then I go back into Starmie, and it doesn't matter what I click, he clicks first impression and I lose. Wow, really good game though to my opponent. Really close match. You know, obviously we were memeing there, but really well played on my opponent. Golisopod coming through and giving us a lot of issues. That burn on Dracozolt was huge, because honestly, if that hadn't happened, Golisopod would not have been a problem at all. But yeah, we just weren't really able to bring it back. The double priority set as well, which is very uncommon to carry both first impression and Aqua Jet. Very uncommon, but it worked out. So, you know, uncommon as it is, my opponent had sets that just worked, and they came out on top. So I'll take that L. It's totally fine. It was a really cool team to play against. So thank you to my opponent. And yeah, so make sure to leave a like on this video and subscribe if you are new, if you haven't already. We're trying to get to 150 subs by my birthday, which is coming up this month. So go ahead and hit that. It just takes a second. So thank you all so much for watching, and we will see you on Friday for a Fail Friday, showing you some of the matches that we went through trying to get this one. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss that. And until then, stay safe out there. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.